the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers. We're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Brandon Condrington to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
Play action now with Allen. Connects on the crosser. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Allen fires out wide complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Bills. First down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Bills.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First out of the game for James Cook. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
All right, here we go. Second down. Running back sent in motion. Motioning him from the slot right. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First down throw for Allen.
The pass on first down. Jalen Ramsey brought him down. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Let's see what they dial up, partner. This is second and long. Now Allen off the play action. Jukes away from one. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
He's got this complete to James Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Lobs this deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Gainwell goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Cotterington now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good for a Bills first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Not from the pistol to Cook. They'll cobble together a yard there. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds him on the slant. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good for a gain of 5. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Allen setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Air it out on third. Rolling left, buying some time. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Matt Prater on for the field goal try. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Prater puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Prater on to send it away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And he's going to try another deep one here. It's caught at the 25! And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
58 yards. And the Steelers, 1st down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's an early lead for the Bills. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. They motion the tight end over. Rodgers gonna throw on first. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So 2nd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
A 30-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Ty Johnson now to return. He dodged the tackle. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing here, Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
For Bills, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Buffalo.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Allen setting up play action. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And the set forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Not a lot of cornerbacks in this league can get to the QB in the pass rush, and not just once. That's now twice, Kate. They're going to have to devote some resources to blocking this corner because he's just a different kind of beast.
It's a nickel look for the Steelers here on 3rd. Palmer coming in motion left. 3rd and long, it's Allen. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, give to Gainwell. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Brandon Codrington on the Bills' return. Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills set to take over offensively. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Makes the catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Bills, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Buffalo.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Allen now on first down. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And Allen will hold on to this. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Another one for Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Bills.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Hand off to Cook here out of the zone read. He's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. That's a 7-yard pickup, and they'll have second and goal at the 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Now we're back at the 7. Here's third and goal. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 10.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Looking slant route, complete. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers pushing for a late spark before halftime. Offense is set. 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Steelers 1st down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Now we'll give to Warren, coming right. Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Cotterington now to return it. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He keeps it and takes off. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Catch made. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's caught. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Allen. Brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Allen. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Again, Allen to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
5 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. They send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, finds Freiermuth. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. He has it at the 33. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3 now. Again, it's Cook. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now Allen going to the air. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 37. That's good for Bills. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. You got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Prater adds the PAT. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 17.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. He's going to keep it this time.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well like I do all the time. You're going to scramble as quarterback. Make sure you protect yourself.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Off play action, here's Rodgers. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I don't mind that play action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is on third and short. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Steelers first down. First and 10.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's Rodgers on first and 10. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. Escapes a defender. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up after hitting Prater in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers bring it back to even.
24-24. Chris Boswell to kick
Now
off
after
for
tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now run by Cook. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Stop right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw now, Allen. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Shoots away from one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking out of the gun, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bills offense all set for their next drive.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen to throw. And that's going to be complete to Haas. And he'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
It's now 2nd and
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. for a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Rodgers from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. It's DK on the slant. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 more yards. That's another Steelers 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing again, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Going all the way to the end zone here. And guys, man, that's a Pittsburgh touchdown! The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown!
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
31. Bills 24.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They bring the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Allen on 3rd down. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
This is Cook on the handoff. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to the air, Allen. Throw is caught, and he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. To throw again, it's Allen. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, being evenly matched at the line may sound like a draw, but that's an absolute win defensively. They absorbed a huge push and did not get driven back an inch.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So out now comes the punter. A little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And the Bills, 1st down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
By Darius Slay. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now Allen. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Steelers offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New set of downs for him at the 38. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
I know that jet sweep didn't result in a home run, a splash play, Kate. That's a body blow. And boxers, they love to go to the body because if they do it enough, they know that knockout can come.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They run with Warren. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
The Steelers first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
All about that defense there. Had them bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Back to number 4, DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Steelers 38, Bills 24.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. He dodged the tackle. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. Escapes a defender. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Allen now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
1st down throw for Allen. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Play action now, Allen. He loses the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills 14 points back. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Throw here, 3rd down. Brought in right side by Kincaid. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down, it took a great defensive effort to do it.
Got a man, that's Kincaid. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To the air again, Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a James Cook touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
I think you feel a little of frustration vented on that stop, don't you? Certainly weren't happy seeing them put up 6, but they made sure to deny them 2 more on top of it.
We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he gives it Gainwell. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Setting up to pass. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.